Hey socialites, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Ariell. I create mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and lifestyle vlogs. So if that's the type of content you enjoy, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and become a socialite. So today's video is going to be a try new makeup video. I'm going to try a lot of the products that I got from the Sephora sale. Just to be transparent, you guys, this is part 2 times 2, second take. I did record this video yesterday and I was having a time. It was a learning curve with the Danessa groundwork palette. The new Caliray products are new to me. It was a bit of a learning curve with that, and I just did not like how the look turned out. So I really did a little bit more research to figure out what's the best way to use these products, you guys. With these products, if you use them the right way, they can be a game changer. So I'm excited for y'all to see it. If you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts on some new products, then keep on watching. Okay, socialites, so during the haul I did show you guys the Laneige set. So I'm going to use the Laneige Berry Fruits lip balm. It smells so nostalgic. I can't put my finger on what it smells like a mix between Double Bubble and Kool-Aid. Feels super plushy on the lips, and you only need a tiny bit. Now, I didn't get a chance to use the Laneige lip mask, so I'm going to be using this one tonight. So I also picked up the Staycation Prime and Set Duo from Caliray. This is a new brand for me. These are the first products I've ever tried from the brand, but I heard really good things about the spray, which is why I wanted to pick them up, because they are 2 full sizes for $42, and then I got my 20% off, so it was a no-brainer. Like I said, I did try these products yesterday, so I know exactly what to expect. These products are for straight up oily girls. If you're oily, this is it. If you've ever tried the Danessa Yummy Skin Balm in Universal, you get no shine, you stay matte all day. That's this. This one is not quite as powerful as the Danessa, but it's up there. When I tell you just a smidgen less, the Danessa one is so mattifying and keeps you so dry that it looks a little bit dry on my skin. This one held like that one, but it didn't give me that sort of dry look. Oily girl's best friend. This is gonna be a must-have for oily skin for sure. With that being said, if you have normal skin like mine, I have normal to combo skin, the direction says use a pea size. You probably want to use less than a pea size. And if you have normal skin where you just kind of get oily strategically after 5 hours or so, not only should you use less than a pea size, you want to strategically place it. Don't put it all over, just put it in those areas where you know you need it. So I just put a little bit less than a pea size in my fingers, and I'm just going to put this just in the areas where I tend to experience. Do you see how that instantly gave it a soft matte appearance? It literally stays like this. I had it on for maybe about 8 hours, and I literally stayed matte all day. By the end of the night, it looked like I had probably only had my makeup on for like 2 hours. A little bit here, little here. You don't need much at all. Now the primer is supposed to plump, hydrate, and extend the wear of your makeup. I'm gonna have to pay a little closer attention to the plump part, because I really didn't experience the plumping and not really the hydration. What I can say is my skin didn't look dry, but it stayed with that soft matte finish throughout the whole day. So because I know it gives me that matte finish, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish. This is one of those products that gives you that glow, that luminosity to the skin, and I like more of a radiant finish to my skin, like a healthy glow, a radiant finish. I'm not really a matte girly, so I'm gonna try the Fenty Beauty, which is what I used yesterday, the Eaze Drop Skin Tint mixed with the Charlotte Tilbury to add that glow back into the skin, because we are gonna get matte if I don't use something to add glow to the skin. Before we go in with our skin tint, I'm gonna do some underpainting, and for that I'm gonna use another new product that I picked up, which is the Danessa groundwork palette. Now you guys, this is another product that I sort of struggled with yesterday, y'all. I struggled. I was trying to figure it out. I ended up having to watch a ton of tutorials. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, I really sort of dug into the cream products. So let me explain to you. It's supposed to be a cream and a powder, right? But the cream is not really a cream. It's not like something, you know how a cream, you could maybe get a spatula, dig it out, warm the product on the back of your hand. Well, when you touch this, it's pouncy. So this is more so like a putty. So you can't warm it up on the back of your hand because immediately when you try to get it out, it instantly turns into a powder. So I tried to use my finger and it just, I was struggling, you guys. So finally I came across somebody that said you have to barely tap it. You barely touch the product and then it goes on like a powder. And I said, oh, and you know what? That is the way that Danessa used it on her live stream, which is the reason why I bought the palette in the first place, because y'all, I was struggling. So I'm gonna take my Real Techniques 200 brush. I'm gonna go in with Harvest, and you literally just lightly, you don't even want to dig in, you just want to lightly brush over top softly, and all you need is a tiny bit. So it's such an interesting product, probably one of the most unique products I've ever used. Don't think cream. If you buy this, do not think cream, like you can use this as a cream or dig into it like a cream. It's really not. It's a powder that feels like a putty. That's the way that I would describe this product, is a powder that feels like a putty. When I tell you night and day experience right now from yesterday, you know how like you would think, oh, the cream, I can use it as a base for my eyeshadows because it's going to be creamy and, you know, powders will stick to it. It's not that type of a product. Not saying that you can't do that, but these creams are really powders that feel like a putty. Just know that and go from there. Now, before we go in with the foundation, I'm going to take the Halo Glow pen from Smashbox and just sort of cover any pigmentation that we have. Now for concealer, I'm going to take the Haus Labs concealer in the shade 40. And with my blending sponge, I'm just going to lightly tap the edges of the concealer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is mix the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish on the back of my hand. You could wear this actually as a foundation, but it's really luminous. It gives like a beautiful glow to the skin. So I'm going to mix it with the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop. So that's both. I'm just going to mix it together. The cool thing about this primer, if there's some luminous products that you've wanted to use, or radiant or glowy products, and you felt like, I can't use them because I'm oily and after a few hours I'm gonna look super shiny, well, now you can actually go in with those glowy products with this type of primer. So I'm just gonna place my little concoction, and with the butt end of my sponge I'm gonna blend. See how I still have that glow? It's from the Flawless filter. Yesterday I did not have that. It was given dry. Like I said, oh no ma'am, I've heard too many great things. We're gonna figure this out. And honestly, I feel like you may not even have to powder. That's how well this primer holds your makeup. So if you're somebody that always wanted to have like a glowy look like this, but you feel like when you put powder on top, it just sort of takes away from that natural glow. Look, we may have cracked the code. So I'm gonna go back into the Groundwork palette using Bark for my brows, because Bark is not as warm, like reddish as Harvest, which is what I contoured with. This one's a little cooler. So just I lightly tapped it. So let's see, because you're supposed to be able to use this for your brows, your lip liner. You can use it for eyeliner. Like this is supposed to be a palette for contour, bronzing. You're supposed to be able to use it for virtually anything. Another thought that I had about this Groundwork palette is, you see the size of like the cream portion. I was thinking this little tiny, you know, cream portion, like that's gonna run out so quick was my thoughts. Like how is that gonna be efficient, you know, compared to your other cream products where you get a ton. But the fact that you're literally only doing tap and then going to town with whatever you need done, that's how it works. This is probably gonna last for a super long time, just like any of your other products, because you barely touch it. That's the only way this is gonna work, if you barely touch it. I'm gonna clean up my brows a little bit with the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer. I'm gonna mix the powder side of Harvest and Core for my crease. Okay, so let's pause on the Groundwork palette. This Sephora Metal Effect Shadow, y'all, these are so beautiful. It's in the color Milky Way. Look at that. It literally looks like a cream, and it feels like a cream, but it's a powder. So with these cream type shadows, I feel like it's best to use your finger to apply. That's how you get the most out of the payoff. Literally looks like foil on your eyelid. Gorgeous. And I think these are like between $7 and $9, plus you get 30% off. These are like a no-brainer. But keep in mind, these little Sephora single shadows, they're not all alike. They don't all have this texture. Some of them are a little dry. Some of them are really plushy like this. Some of them are like silky, you know, they're different. So I'll put the ones that I know perform amazing. I'll link them in the description box for you. I'm gonna go in with the black shade on the cream side to use for liner. And I'm going back into Bark, the dark brown cream side, and just smudging out the black liner. Another new product from the haul, the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful Pencil. This is an absolute love. It's in the color Coconut, which is like an off-white shade, like a flesh tone. I'm gonna use this to put in my waterline. This has got to be the creamiest pencil that I've ever used in my waterline. I like this more than my go-to, which is the LA Girl pencil that I use on almost every tutorial, y'all. I like this one even better. Because it's so creamy, it makes it super comfortable inside of your waterline, and it stays put and it doesn't wear off. It really has great staying power. Using what's left from the angle brush with my liner, I'm just gonna smudge it in the outer corner. Going back in, mixing Harvest and Core, the powders. For mascara, going in with the Fenty Hella Thick. Going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder to brighten under eye. Because I don't want a matte look, but I want to sort of take shine away in certain places, because shine in certain places will make you look oily, you know what I mean? But then I want to keep the radiance at the same time. So I'm going to use the Say powder. This is one of those super undetectable powders. It's not going to give you the finish of like a makeup like finish. And I'm going to take the tiniest amount on the back of that same brush and just lightly set in the areas that I need it only. And especially if you have normal skin like me, you don't want to look dry, because this primer will take you there. Now I'm going to take the tiniest bit of Harvest with a large fluffy brush and just sort of bronze the skin. Back in with Hella Thick for my bottom lashes. So I did apply lashes that only add fullness at the end. I'll link them in the description box. So this is another new product from the haul, which is this Sephora Plumping Gloss. This one's in the color 8. For those who remember the Dior glosses before they reformulated them, they were called the Dior Stellar glosses. If you remember how the Stellar glosses looked like glass on your lips, they were thick and it looked like just a coat of glass on your lips. It filled in every line. It was such a unique gloss that was like even better than like lip gloss, as far as how that shine was so unique and made the lip stand out. Y'all, this is a dupe. This is almost like the exact formula of the old Dior, which I really miss. This color is really nice. They're so pigmented that you don't have to layer with a lip color underneath, like a liquid lipstick or any type of lipstick. That's how pigmented the color is. Beautiful. I don't know why I hadn't used these before, but yeah, Sephora did their best one with this one. And then I'm gonna take Limitless Brown from Makeup Forever. Love these glosses. I might need to get a couple more colors before the sale is over with. And I think these glosses are like $13, 30% off. Paradise Venus Blush from Pat McGrath. Y'all, this is a must-have blush, and they just launched it in a mini. If you guys can see like that beautiful design on the front of the blush, like it literally looks like I've been using this for a year. And so it looks like I'm gonna have this for years. I said that to say they have it in a mini size now. So that mini size you'll probably have for a couple years. That's all you need is $19. So I'll link it down in the description box. So we're going to use the Caliray Surf Proof Setting Spray that came in the set. The directions do say to shake it well. This spray is supposed to hydrate and lock your makeup in all day long. In fact, it's supposed to be so hydrating that you can reapply throughout the day for added hydration, which is very unique. Typically, a setting spray that locks you in, you don't go in and reapply for hydration. So that's different. On my next tutorial, I do want to try using the setting spray without the primer just to see how well it locks in without this primer, because I know this primer is a lock you in primer. Like your makeup is going to stay matte all day long. That's why you want to add your more luminous products underneath. So this is one of those primers where you could really get a lot of use out of your ambient powders, your finishing powders that add that sort of sheen to the skin. And now wait till this clears up, y'all. Jeez. So yeah, this is the final look. I actually found some amazing products. I'm glad that I gave the products a second chance and played around with them and used them the way they were meant to be used, because some of these products may be going on the October favorites. When I did the Sephora haul, I raved about a scent that I sprayed on me while I was in the store, which is Jo Malone's Ginger Biscuit, and I literally went the next morning to pick it up. Such a beautiful scent. It literally smells like a warm gingerbread cookie out of the oven. Gorgeous. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. If y'all haven't smelled it, go smell it. Yeah, Ginger Biscuit from Jo Malone. You guys have got to try it. It's a fall must-have. Comment down below if you've tried any of these products and how do you use them. Every single thing that I used today will be linked down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. If you're new here, welcome. I would love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love, 'cause too fresh with the scars.